It's Breezy World Podcast, and you know who I am already. So, we're going to talk about the WNBA today. So, free agency is set to begin, I believe, for the WNBA. I want to say not next week, maybe next month. And this talks about where Breanna Stewart is going to end up at. They're saying that the New York Liberty is looking like a perfect spot for her. But the acquisition of Jaquel Jones, because, the Connecticut Sun has been cleaning up house, ready for a rebuild. And there's also talks of whether Candace Parker is going to return to the Chicago Sky or go back to the team where it all started, the LA Sparks, where she also won her first championship, I believe. Yeah, I think Candace Parker is a two-time WNBA champion. She won one with the Skies, and she won one with the Sparks, I believe. Yeah. So that's what's on the docket as far as that. A lot of things is going on. One of the ace players, I believe her name is, I've seen her name earlier, but she feel like they discriminated against her because of her pregnancy. Hopefully that's not the case between her and the ace. Because, if she chooses to have her children, that's her choice. Yeah, like I said, the Connecticut Sun, they've been in rebuild mode. I think it's the Connecticut Suns. Let me just check, the WNBA news. I like to always make sure I'm putting out accurate things into the space. Don't want to assume anything. That's how you make an asshole out of yourself. So we're going to go check the news right now. And the free agency is buzzing. A lot of trades and moves. Let's see. Being traded. All stars are on the move, and teams can begin negotiating with players at midnight Saturday. So the free agency actually starts midnight, and so players can start reaching deals at midnight tonight. So that's good. We get to see how the landscape is going to look in the WNBA. I'm going to try to be way more active with the WNBA this year. Make sure I'm giving them some press, giving them some coverage, because there's a lot of good players in the WNBA. They play hard and things of that nature. So like I said, Jaquel Jones is with the New York Liberty. Also, Natasha Howard and Jasmine Thomas have all been traded as well. I believe that's from the Connecticut Suns. They had a good team. They almost won the championship, I believe. Like I said, Breanna Stewart is the person that is the biggest WNBA free agent on the market. So everybody wants to know where she's gonna land. She's gonna meet with, of course, Seattle, Minnesota, the Liberty, and the Washington Mystics. So she has a short list of teams that she's willing to sit down and meet with and figure out her future and what situation best suits her and is going to fit her for the next couple of years to come. I believe if she does end up with the Liberty, that makes them a favorite pretty much overnight, because Jaquel Jones can play. Breanna Stewart can play. They'll be there with Sabrina. She can play. And the rest of that roster that's there, I believe that they can definitely make some noise if that should happen. Definitely a big piece to pick up in free agency if the Liberty can do that. Okay, so here it is right here, I believe. The Los Angeles Sparks, they acquired Derica from the Las Vegas Ace. In exchange for a draft pick and the rights of Amanda. Okay. I don't want to butcher her last name, so I'm not going to try to say it. She's an 8-year veteran who was a 2-time All-Star, and she helped Las Vegas win a championship in 2022. She was a key part of that team, so they traded her to the Sparks. The Sparks also have to figure out what they're going to do with their free agency situation. Both of the sisters are free agents, I believe. And we should see what happens with that. It's very interesting what's going on in WNBA. Also trying to see where Candace Parker is going to land, because that's going to be very key. Very key. Jaquel Jones is very, very excited about being in the Big Apple and playing for the Liberty. That's good, because I believe she's going to be tremendous for the Liberty. Definitely going to be very tremendous for the Liberty. Definitely puts them in a position to win and win now. Indiana Fever got Danielle Robinson and the Christy Wallace deal. So Atlanta made a move to get a point guard. That's cool. The Dream added Alicia Gray. So some moves being made. There's definitely a lot of moves being made. Some moves are really good, better than others. We gotta see what Phoenix does. The Phoenix Mercury. We gotta see what they do. So the Dallas Wings. I wonder. This is a good question I want to present. I wonder if Liz Cambage wants to come back to the WNBA. We know she left kind of like abruptly last season. So I really want to see how that works out. Because it would be great to have her back in the league. I believe she's so talented, man. She's really talented, and she definitely deserves to play in the league if that's where her heart is at, and if that's something that she wants to do. Because Liz Cambage is big time in the WNBA. Can play inside out, 6'8". I just liked her game, and what she brought to the game. So, yeah, that's the mystery there. I should do some investigation and see about it. Let me just check something out real quick. I want to see something real quick about Liz Cambage. She might be playing basketball in Australia. Well, she's 31. I don't know if she wants to play basketball again. Hopefully, from what I see in this article, it says she stepped away from WNBA to focus on healing and personal growth. I mean, she's 31. I don't think she's gonna come back. Yeah, I don't think she's coming back to the league. But a very good player in her time in the league. Special, can do it all. Definitely enjoyed her playing in the WNBA. Like I said, she's good, man. She's a good player. She's a very good player. But if your heart is not in something, then you gotta step away and do what's best for you. And hopefully, she focus on herself, um, grow, grow from whatever she's going through, and if she decides she wants to come back and give it another go, it definitely would be good for the league if she does decide to come back and give it another go around and be able to, focus and tap into her craft and be able to just key into her WNBA career. But if not, wish her the best. So basically want to see which way Candace Parker is leaning towards. I think she returns to Chicago. Maybe, get some other players there. We know Courtney Vandersloot is also a free agent. I believe her name is Quigley. I hope I ain't butcher it. She's a shooter, an exceptional 3-point shooter. She's also a free agent. She's 36 years old. She might be leaning towards retiring though. Got to see how everything plays out. Got to see how everything plays out. LA got a good player in Derica. She's good. I don't know if Anika Bumake is going to be back there. I believe one of them is a free agent and one is a restricted free agent. So we got to see if they both come back to LA or do LA want a fresh start. But I think LA may be leaning towards a fresh start, bringing in new acquisitions. And if that is the case, we could see maybe, I wouldn't be surprised if Anika Bumake ended up in Seattle, especially if Breanna Stewart is not there. You're gonna bring somebody in to try to fill that void, which is a big void to fill. But Anika, she's always been a good player. She played with Candace Parker when she was there. Yeah, she's a good player. Her sister's a good player. So I believe wherever they go, they're gonna make that team better. Like I said, Seattle will be looking at either one of them or both of them if they lose Breanna Stewart. I believe Breanna Stewart comes back to Seattle if she can't get to New York. I believe she comes back to Seattle with the baby, them adding one of the Abumake sisters. You never know how this is gonna play out. This is gonna be very interesting how this play out. I'm gonna be looking out for it. Free agency starts at 12. So, once 12 o'clock hit, you're gonna start hearing little news here and there as the hours progress, and as the days progress, more and more news will be coming out about what players going where, and who wants out, who's looking for a trade, who's seeking something new. So I'm definitely gonna be staying on top of WNBA news. Like I said, right now the New York Liberty are the biggest winners at the moment with getting Jacquel Jones. By far the biggest move so far. And like I said, Derica is, she's claiming unprofessionalism by the Las Vegas Ace. Hopefully it wasn't unprofessional. Hopefully they handled the situation professionally. But sometimes things go bad between, parties. But at the end of the day, good, bad, or ugly is a business. And we know the business of things when it comes to the NBA, WNBA, NFL. Business can be ugly. but you can never take things personal. It's always business at the end of the day, and business come before anything. Business is at the forefront of everything. Like I said, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. Hopefully, it wasn't ugly. It wasn't unprofessional. Hopefully, there was some class and some professionalism handled in the matter. You know, with her, giving birth or being pregnant with her second child. Hopefully, they did handle that with professionalism because she's entitled to procreate. That is her right, and you gotta handle things the right way. Like I said, just looking forward to see who's gonna be having a new home in the WNBA. Like I said, a lot of moves will be made, and I do expect a lot of moves, to happen. Now, whether Washington Mystics get in on the action, we shall see. We know the Mercury only have a couple of players under contract as we speak. I believe it's only Skylar Diggins-Smith. I believe it's still Brittany Griner and maybe one more player for that Phoenix Mercury team that's under contract. I'm not even sure Diana Taurasi is under contract with the Phoenix Mercury right now. But like I said, a lot of things, a lot of moves are going to be made. Now, the money is going to be the factor, and who has the most salary cap space. A lot of these teams don't have a lot of salary cap space to make certain moves, and they're going to probably be going into the luxury tax to make moves happen. Going to have to cut with certain ties and stuff like that, and we should see how it goes. But as always, peace and love.